What's up, everybody? John Henry, both sides of the conversation. We are coming to you today live. We've got to get ready. Today, we had two of our guests who was not able to make it because of some unforeseen issues. But again, we're going to keep pushing. We got a great conversation coming up next Sunday. We're going to be talking about the reparation, the call for action for Reverend Brown. And again, powerful conversation coming up. We got a great hidden gem segment coming up this Tuesday. We excited about that, but we're going to have a quick conversation to pre-upload to all what's been going on, because I know there's been a lot of people emailing, texting, calling, seeing what's going on. My people from the East Coast reaching out to me. Everything they know is up right now in the city of San Francisco. There's a number of things that we just want to go ahead and just really talk about and address before we get ready for this conversation next Sunday. I think it's going to be a great conversation. I know it's going to be a lot of sides and perspectives and a lot of things that's going to be taking place, but we got to have a conversation. Yes, John Henry, the organization that I represent, is taking action to having Reverend Brown step down from the NAACP, from all of the reparation committees. Again, in the community, we have a choice. We have a decision, okay? I keep telling our community that all power is in the people. And at the end of the day, it's our duty as community folks to make sure that we uplift and do the things that we need to do to move our community forward. I'm not standing on the right side of history. I'm standing on the right side of the future of our community and our folks in the community, and always go represent the people. Y'all know what I stand for, the people. At the end of the day, we're going to represent and we're going to always uplift the people and the voice of the people. But again, there's so many politics going on. There's so many people that are doing things to impact our community. When we talk about the harm that's being dealt to our community, it starts with the people in our community that really has that driving point. Our community have been sitting silent for so long, allowing community leaders, community organizations, city officials, different folks to continue to play with our community. And, we can't let that happen anymore. We can't stand for that community. We got to stand up and have a backbone and really sit there and set the record straight. And it's like, we got to have a real conversation. There's too many times in our community, we just sitting back, allowing people to just come in our community, say what they want to say, do what they want to do. And we just stand there in silence. And I think it's that time that we really, step up as a community and make sure that we say what we have to say, mean what we say, and walk together in solidarity. It's always going to be folks that's going to have their perspective, their feelings, but we also got to understand that we got to bookmark, you know what I'm saying, and pay attention. And this is what I want our community to do, because our community is very resilient. Our community is very talented. And I know we got some folks in our community that's very aware of what's going on. And when we talk about the level of progression in our city, when you talk about the level of where we going as a Black community within the city and county of San Francisco, for that part across this Bay Area and across this country, man, like, we got to step up and say something. We got to change the narrative for real. And we got to be real about what's real. And let's stop faking and playing in our community. There's a volcano. Okay. I keep telling y'all last couple of weeks, there's a volcano that's going to erupt in the city of San Francisco and across this Bay Area because failed leadership. All right. And these folks that we call community leaders, folks that run organizations that's not leading our community right. You get what I'm saying? It's going down. It's just inevitable. And as community folks, we have to stand up and set the precedent. You don't have to like the people, but the biggest thing is, where do you stand at? Right. And this is why I'm saying, do we stand on the right of history, or do we stand on the right of the future? I'm standing on the right side of the future. I got hope and understanding that our young people are going to move us forward. We got a problem in our community with the elders, and we got to call it out. Our old people, adults, whatever you want to call them. We got a problem in our community. When are we going to take a stand? Are we going to sit there and continue to let these people in our community railroad our community, sell out our community, these backhand doors, these backdoor signatures, these self-inflicted things that they're trying to do to uplift their community? I don't have to talk no more. I don't care about all of the stuff that's going on. I know people been reaching out about the press conference release and the repeal of the letter that's went out. It's a joke. You know what I'm saying? I'm in this media. I understand the PR piece. I understand when things happen and there's pressure and there's heat. Believe me, there's pressure and heat. And we're going to continue to add and apply that pressure and heat until we get the results that our community deserves. The community deserves to have people that are righteous, that are standing before them and making the right decisions for the community, not confusing our community. Okay, what happened last Tuesday was unacceptable, community. And I'm just going to keep it real because I know a lot of people out there, they talk about they keep it real. The Black community, we got to have some accountability. You know, we walk around talking about we going to keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. What happened last Tuesday was not okay. Yes, it was great to see all of the Black people show up. It was great to see all the public comment. It was great to see Black people in space. But in that space, there was some unacceptable things that took place. And again, at the time, the historic moment to march in solidarity, to march in one voice, and to march in one way, our elders, the old people, the adults of the community let us down. There's no way we could bring Black people to City Hall and tell them that we here for Black joy. We here for Black opportunity. We here to speak up about the harm that's being caused to our community by the very white people, the very system that continues to cause harm to our community, and our leaders go behind our back, go against the chair, go against the mission of the task force, then come out and shun a Black man in front of publicly, in front of the community, and then tell our Black people, 400 plus people in front of City Hall, that we are here for the very white people that oppresses us. We are here. If it wasn't for the white people, we wouldn't be here today. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy, community. And if you're not offended, if you're not upset, then I don't know what to say. Because I was offended. I was there. I heard it live. Okay? You can't take back what took place. And again, if anybody is okay with that, I'm always open. And next week, we're going to have a conversation. I invite the people to come on. If you're okay with that, it's not okay. We got to have a conversation. Enough's enough, community. We can't keep sitting here acting like everything is all good, because it's not all good in our neighborhood, okay? It is not all good in our community. We got to stop faking and playing. And I'm glad the real elders who reached out to me and said, John, you know, what you're doing, what you're saying is what needs to be said. There are some people in our community that's tired of the business as usual, tired of the backdoor deals, tired of the things that are taking place in our community. We got to step and stand. I'm looking for some real adults, people out there that's really ready to stand for what's right, because I don't see a lot of people okay with what's right. I see a lot of people that's okay with the divisiveness. It's a lot of people that's okay with the hatred, the rhetoric, the stuff that's going on. There's a lot of people okay. I'm not okay with it. My brothers out there in the community, I'm calling out the Black men. Where are y'all at? Y'all keep talking about we got to take over our community. We want to be involved. Being involved means we got to stand for something or fall for everything. And right now, a lot of us is falling for everything. I need some Black men that are ready to step up as men. See, we yell and scream at each other as men. We beat our chest as men. You know, we walk around and we shoot that talk as men. Some of us, we raising our voice to the women in our community. We talking loud in the club. We doing all of these things. But when it comes to what's right, we silent. I got to agree with some of the women of our community. Like, where's the brothers at? We okay with this foolishness? Where is the spine at of our people? I'm looking for some real people in the community that's ready to step and stand about what's right. Forget the money, the numbers, and whatever. I don't mean all that, whatever. The amount of calls that I got, I'm so disappointed in a lot of people. I'm like, wow. It's not about the money, community. You can't be in this community work for the money. People calling, oh man, this a mess up an opportunity. I don't want to get involved because I don't want to mess up my funding. I don't want to mess up my opportunities. These are the people that we look up to in our community.
Closed mouths don't get fed, John. They don't get fed.
I'm just saying, man. I mean, community, we gonna have a real conversation. The flyer is going around. If you want to be a part of the conversation, you can sign up. I'm looking for the real people. It's okay. You can have a different perspective. You don't have to agree with me. I don't want nobody to agree with me. I'm stepping on this as a Black man in my community, as a community leader, as a man that has a voice for our people, who loves his people. What happened is not okay. I don't care about all of that. Like, we got to be man sometimes. Mistakes happen. I make mistakes. I'm going to stand on something. But you can't come back as a leader and lie to the people. Oh, it was a typo, huh? Yeah, okay. Typos happen in the middle of the paragraph, not at the heading. Oh, the pressure is on. The PR is there. Now we got to clean up. I'm not buying it, community. I'm just being real. I'm not buying it. So all y'all people out there that want to say all of this stuff, listen, we're going to address it next week. It's going to be a great conversation. I'm ready for the debaters. I got a lot of stuff that I want to say, but I'm going to let the people come on. I want the people that's going to push back. I'm not moving nobody away. But this foolishness in our community, the way we function in our community, it ain't cool. It's not cool, and I'm not standing for that. All right? I'm going to stand for something. I'm going to stand for some values and some purposes. I didn't get in this business. I didn't get into this work for my people to let them down and stand there silently. This is what's going on in our community. See, elders, this is the problem in our community, why we have so much gun violence, why we have so many young people on drugs, why we have so many young people walking around depressed with anxiety and hurt and harm. Because the very adults, the very elders, the very old people in our community, I'm going to call all of them out. I don't care what part of the spectrum you on. Our elders, our adults, our parents, our fellow in our community. We too busy standing in silence. We speak up for the wrong things. We speak up to be cool. We speak up for all the wrong things in our community. I'm looking for some people that want to speak up for what's right. See, we can't change the village. We can't change what's going on if we're not able to have a real conversation about what's wrong. And for all of the people talking about, oh, see, I pay attention. I hear all this stuff. Nobody's canceling Reverend Brown. It's not a cancel thing. See, when you cancel somebody, these folks are so out of tune, they don't even know because they just want to have something to say. Let me tell you what counseling somebody is. Counseling somebody is when somebody out there does something or says something for one time, the first time you heard from them, first time they did a mistake, and the community counsel them and don't give them an opportunity. That's counseling somebody's voice, okay? This person, Reverend Brown, that I'm calling it what it is. This ain't no one-time incident. This ain't no one-time deal that's been going on. This has been an ongoing issue for many, many years. Community, okay? A lot of people in our community have the same sentiment. People don't want to say things. I'm going to speak up. Because as a man, as a leader, my job is to make sure I protect the community. I make sure I uplift the people. That's what leaders do. But we got too much poverty pimping in our community. We got too many pulpit pimps lying to our community, selling our community false dreams, saying that they walking with us, but behind the scenes, tearing us down, lying to us, selling us out. I don't want to hear it no more, elders. I'm calling out the elders today because my young people are hurt. They are confused. We bring 400 people to City Hall to be confused. People asking me, wait, John, I came here for Black Power. I came here to call out the harm that was done by these people, and our leaders are uplifting the very people. They are uplifting the very people who cause harm to us. Them people don't give a damn about Black people. They don't care about Black people. If they cared about us, we wouldn't even have to present a reparation task force form. We don't have to tell white people and people of the system what's happening to Black folks. These people are not illiterate people. They know what's going on. Every spectrum across the board, Black people are at the lowest. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out the harm and what's going on in our community. Come on, community, let's be real. Anytime Black folks move forward, anytime Black people step, it's an issue. But we got these puppets in our community. We got these people. Yeah, we got these people that we afraid of because they say they historians. They say they walk with Dr. Martin Luther King. I don't believe it. Because again, if you walk with Dr. Martin Luther King, if you talk with Dr. Martin Luther King, you should be walking in purpose with some of the principles and the values of Dr. Martin Luther King. I'm just saying. How could y'all community? I don't know. Maybe I don't know because I'm not a historian, okay? He's a historian. I'm not a historian. I'm a futurian. I'm about the future. I can talk about what's happening now. Where are we going? That's what I can talk about. But he's a historian. So all my historians out there, okay? All my historians out there, come tell me, do you believe Dr. King will put out that type of statement? Black folks shouldn't get cash payments, whatever it is. I don't care the amount. Why would Dr. King say something? Y'all think Dr. King would say that? We've been fighting since the 50s and 60s for equality. We've been fighting for an opportunity that we still don't have. I'm tired of these elders, man. Listen, I'm tired of these elders, okay? I'm not giving elders no more breaks. I'm not finna let the adults of our community get any more breaks. I'm not letting the community leaders in our community get no more breaks. Oh, I'm standing on everything I'm saying. Oh, yeah, community, I'm standing on everything I'm saying. I want all the smoke. You don't have to like me. You can unfollow me. You don't have to be friend. You don't have to speak. Whatever tactics you want to use, I'm standing for something. Because at the end of the day, when I'm out of here and gone, I want to know, people are going to know I stood on principle. I stood on values. Because that's what Dr. Martin Luther King did. Historians, all of our elders who marched and been attacked by dogs and all of the harm that's being caused to you. I'm just saying, I have to question everything because I understand that. Where is we at? Sad day, community. I'm sorry we got to bring it up. And all the people that's calling out, we can't be calling people out publicly. Hey, the very person that I'm calling out called out my people publicly. You shunned a black man right next to you in front of the people. You told my people loudly, publicly, the reason why we here is for white people. Some white people was the reason why we here. They was the first people a part of this. Come on, community. Let's be real. Let's stop faking. You get what I'm saying? I didn't get in this community work to be faking. Sometimes, my grandmother told me sometimes you just got to keep the shit real. We keeping it real today. No, we gonna keep it even realer next week. But today, I just want to give y'all a preview because people call in, they don't see me I'm in the community. I'm in the streets with the people. What do you mean? I don't run from nothing. I don't fear anything, community. I'm for you all. I am lifting the voice of the people. You know how many calls people like, we need this. We need somebody to stand up. Black man. Yeah. Alpha males. Where are you at? Yeah. The queens of the community is saying, where's the man at? We need to be protected. We need somebody to say something. All of the men in the community, where y'all at? Oh, it's a few brothers who stepped up. Where the rest of the brothers at? Everybody cool. Everybody rolling around. Everybody want to be flying cool. But we ain't protecting our community. Hey, I thought as a man, part of being a man is you got to protect your family, your community, protect the queens. All of our queens is talking about they don't feel safe. Where we at, black men? Yeah, this is an issue we should be addressing. Yeah, what do you do, man, in the community? When other men ain't doing what they do, we supposed to step up. Nah, this ain't gonna fly no more. Yeah, the power. But we get timid. Yeah, we can shoot each other. We can fight each other. We can talk about each other. We can hate each other. But when it's time to take a stance, we silence. We can't say that. We paralyzed in our words. We can't even raise the tone in our voice. But let it be another black man. Let it be another black man. We can raise our voice. We gonna put each other down. We can raise our voice all day long. But when it's a real issue, we silent. Oh, we silent though. But again, community, we gotta have a real conversation. Next Sunday, we're going to have this conversation because the stance is the stance. I'm not changing the stance. I don't care about apology notices. It is what it is. It is what it is. I've been telling the community, we're going to have to do what we have to do as community. And we're going to have to find out. Pay attention, community. All y'all out there, pay attention. Watch these people. Watch these people. Watch the things they say because these very people are the very divisive people in our community. They are the very people that's bringing harm in our community. How can we heal? Yeah, let's keep it real, community. How can we heal? How can we heal when the very people, they are okay with this behavior? You know why they okay with this behavior? Because they can stay in their dysfunction and they can do their dirty stuff to continue to cause harm in our community. See, we all want to call out peace. Everybody want to have peace and healing. Peace and love. Mental health, we need it. Yeah. You can't have no peace. You can't have no mental health. You can't have nothing. If you okay with dysfunction, peace comes with healing. Peace comes with letting things go. Peace comes with standing firm. I can't stand with some of these people. I can't. Politics is politics. I'm for the people. I'm about my people. I am not going to sit here and let people continue to cause harm to my people. I'm not going to continue to let no leader, no person, no status bring harm to our people. I'm not going to let people confuse our people that's trying to find out that need help and need support. Community, I feel you. Oh, I'm going to speak up about it because that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, because a lot of people left confused. That's not what we do, community. We don't confuse our people. People walking away, and all I hear from my people is, this is why we don't trust our politicians. This is why we don't trust our community leaders. This is why we don't trust our pastors. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, the very people is bringing harm to our community. I don't care about what the supervisor is going to do. I don't care about what the vote's going to be. I'm talking about our community accountability. What are we going to do? When we go step up and call each other out and hold each other accountable? Huh? Are we going to keep standing here in silence, community? I need to know. Are we just going to sit here in silence? Yeah, this is why so many of our young people walking around molested and traumatized because somebody knew what happened and they came to somebody and we just sat there in silence because I don't think he would do that. We got that conversation right now going on. Oh, I don't think he would do that. Yes, he did that. Yes, he did. Yeah, openly. All of our community folks seeing what's going on in our community, we just standing there. Oh, we just standing there in silence. Yeah, elders. Yeah, all of our elders. Yeah. Y'all continue to stand there silently, hopping and skipping and hallelujah. And y'all know it's wrong. Yeah. But y'all want to blame the young people, huh? I hear the elders in the community. It's the young people. The young people, they don't want to respect us. The problem is they don't respect us. Why? Why should my young people respect y'all? And y'all the very people that's causing harm in our community. Y'all the very elders that's okay with the bad behavior, huh? Y'all think these kids are out here acting up, shooting and confused because they just want to do it? Oh, because they don't have no regards on life? Yeah, but when you look at the very elders in our community that are very divisive, yeah, y'all want to talk about the turfs and the blocks? We got our elders in here talking about, oh, I'm from Fillmore, I'm from Hunters Point, I'm from the TL, I'm from the Lakeview. Come on, huh? Yeah, y'all think the kids don't hear that? You don't think the kids see that? Yeah, elders. Yeah, I'm calling y'all out today, elders. Y'all don't like me, so I'm going to go ahead and call it out, elders. Yeah, it's a time for change, all right? We moving forward. I'm not on the right side of history. I'm tired of the historic story. I'm not stuck in the bondage. I'm not stuck in the trauma of what took place in the past. Oh, yeah, it happened. I'm going to acknowledge it, but I'm moving forward. I'm stepping with my young people. I'm looking for some men in the community that want to step on the right side of the future. I'm looking for some women in the community that want to step on the right side of the future. I want some brave queens that's ready to speak up and tell the truth. I'm looking for some kings, yeah, that's ready to step up and say enough's enough. Let's stop playing this game, community. I don't want to hear this. Let's keep it real. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. Let's keep it real. Everything in our community is not okay. Don't tell me about publicly. We don't want other people to hear what's going on. Oh, they see it. Yeah, let's keep it real, community. Oh, they see the hatred. They see the rhetoric. They see the divisiveness. They see the division. Yeah, they see the silos. But y'all think they not paying attention? We stuck in our own little cloud. Let's keep it in the house. Nah. We gonna address it. Yeah, we gonna call it out. What side are you on? Pay attention, community. Pay attention to these people. What side are they really on? Are they really for the advancement of our community? Are they really for the advancement of Black people? Y'all better start paying attention to who these people are. Yeah, because they in the business of trying to get a check. They in the business for their own self-greed and self-need. Y'all better pay attention. Wake up, community. Don't just sit back. Yeah, you got a voice. Speak up. The time is now. We can't sit back. We got to deal with this issue. We'll have a conversation about it, but let's keep it real. Everything is not okay in our community right now. Yeah, we got young people getting stabbed in school. We got young people bringing guns to school. We got young people shooting up and down the street. Yeah, come on. It's not okay. Yeah, we got elders selling drugs to our young people, huh? Let's call it out. We got elders smoking weed with our young people. Let's call it out. We got elders, okay, in our community, old people, whatever you want to call them. You know what I'm talking about. Let's keep it real, community. Y'all want to have a real conversation? Let's keep it real. Yeah, y'all want to keep it 100? Let's keep it 100. We got some problems in our community. Yeah, you got the guts. Let's talk about it. Yeah, let's talk about what's going on, because it's not okay. Y'all think it's okay, but it's not okay. But everything is good. We want to keep everything quiet. We want to keep everything behind us. No, that's the problem now. This is why where we at right now, because everybody's standing there quiet and silent. And I don't want to rub anybody the wrong way. And I don't want to step on nobody's toes, because I'm going to miss out on my funding or opportunity. And I don't care about none of that. Y'all love my people. Y'all go find out who the real people really is. I get it. It's politics. Things have to happen to keep our community moving. But I want the real people. I'm walking with the real. I don't care about all that fake stuff. Let's keep it real, community. Let's stop walking around like everything is cool and everything is okay. Yes, it was great to see all the Black people at City Hall. I'm not going to take away that. I'm glad to see people showed up. I'm not going to take away that. But let's have a real conversation, community. What's going on in our community is not good. We got young people on fentanyl. We got young people with mental health. We got young people dealing with abuse. Yeah, let's talk about that. Come on, community. I only want the real people to walk with me. All y'all faking fun to stay away. I don't care. Don't keep calling me, telling me what this is. I don't care about that. What I said is what I said. I'm standing on it. And we're going to keep pushing forward. We're going to keep applying pressure, because that's what we do. I'm tired of talking. We're not canceling anybody. We're not ruining anybody's legacy. These folks are ruining their own legacy by the way they moving in our community, and all of the old folks and all of the elders who continue to bring that slave trauma and that slave mentality to our community. This is the problem. Speak up, elders. Since y'all want the young people to respect y'all, stand up and have some guts and have a spine and say, I'm not going to stand for this anymore. Yeah, Now we gonna have that conversation. Yeah, come on, elders. Yeah, let's talk about y'all closets and y'all skeletons, and y'all the ones behind the scene working together to screw over the people because y'all feel they don't know, because you got a seat at the table, huh? Yeah, let's talk about it. Yeah, well, Reverend Brown is welcome. I see people talking. Reverend Brown is more than welcome. This platform is open. Come on, you can come talk to me. Yeah, let's talk about it. We're gonna have a real conversation. Let's talk about it. What's the investment of the community? Where is the community at? We talking about reparations. Oh, yeah, we know y'all got to watch out. Yeah, he want his own dream school. Where's that getting funded from, huh? Yeah, they want the heritage. What's going on with it? It's all about Justin Fillmore, huh? But we about Black San Francisco, huh? Everybody want to talk about we in solidarity. But when you look at the statements and you look at what people are doing, see, I'm about moral compass, people. It's not about what you tell me in the public. What you doing behind the behind the scene when nobody's looking, y'all. I keep telling y'all, look at these people, how they moving behind the scenes. It's no coincidence. Y'all just getting the real. Y'all just seeing it now. It's all out there now. Oh, they can recant their statements. They ain't for the people, man. Y'all better pay attention and wake up. We are the power. We are the people. We can do all things in solidarity. Forget the 5 million. We can make all things happen. Yeah, it's a petition out there right now. The Asian community is asking for $350,000 in San Francisco. I bet you they get their money. Yeah, let's keep it real. Joe Biden signed $50 million to stop Asian hate. They got their money. How much hate didn't happen to Black folks? It's in the policy. Yeah. How much they hate us, but they pay everybody else first. But Black folks, y'all gonna wake up. Y'all gonna walk with me, huh? Y'all gonna walk.
How much they send Ukraine? How much they send Ukraine, John?
Let's keep it real, Khalees. Yeah. You know they want to jam us up. Why should Black people get $5 million? Who's gonna pay for it? Who's gonna pay for it? The taxpayers is gonna pay for it. Yeah, that's who. They just gave $150 million to Ukraine. I don't hear nobody in America complain about $150 billion going to another country. Oh, but Black folks in the highest city, the highest cost of living in city in America, they got a problem with $5 million. Huh? I'm not even saying forget the money. They could never repair the harm they caused to my people. It's no dollar amount that could take away from the things that our ancestors went through. Huh? $5 million ain't nothing. That's chump change in this city, y'all. And everybody's worried about who's going to pay for it. How is the city going to pay for it? They're going to go broke. No, they not. There's ways they can maneuver. Our city has a $14 billion budget. You could take 15% of that budget and invest it in 5 years and give every black person a nice lump sum of money. There's ways. Come on, y'all, stop playing. It ain't gonna break this city. Anybody else in the city complain about anything, they get what they want. It's always a problem with black folk. Yeah, they coming after dream keepers and all. We got to prove and do all of this stuff. Just a few years ago, Mayor Ed Lee was there. 300 million plus going to the Asian community. Nobody said nothing about that. I heard one question. And I'm not hating on my Asian brothers and sisters. I'm not hating on them. Hey, they working together in solidarity, y'all. When we go work in solidarity? See, we can't work in solidarity until we tell the truth. My grandmother said, you can't have nothing until you tell the truth. You got to tell the truth. We got some problems, community. There's a volcano that's erupting, community. The lava is about to spew all over the place. It's coming. Whether we deal with it now or we deal with it later, we're going to have to deal with it, community. It's not okay. How we functioning is not okay. Keep playing like everything is good. Keep playing like everything is working well. Keep playing like we all working together. Keep playing like we got peace and harmony. Keep playing, community. You're going to find out real quick where we stand. The lava is erupting. The volcano is about to erupt. Yeah, it's going down in this country. I'm telling y'all right now. It is not okay. Y'all out there that's playing around, it is not okay. We cannot keep faking like everything is okay. Everything is sweet. Everything is all good. It is not all good in our community. It is not okay. Our young people getting younger and younger, bringing firearms to school. It is not okay. Well, I'm just going to call it out there. All you adults, you elders who smoking weed with the kids, it's not okay. Yeah, all y'all got the kids hustling for y'all in the community. It is not okay. I'm going to say something about it. It's not okay. Yeah, somebody got to say something. There's a line that we got to draw in this community, y'all. It's not okay.
Where's the respect, John? Where's the respect?
I'm just saying. It's not okay, community. We got to stop playing around. It's not okay. Somebody has to say something. You can't mix drugs with young people. It doesn't work.
No respect.
But we the leaders, but we saying, why are these kids doing what they doing? But the very adults, the very elders in our community are causing the harm. I can't blame the young people no more. Colleagues, if I was 16 years old and you smoking weed with me, how do I respect you? Hey,
no respect.
You smoke weed with me? So why I gotta listen to you? Why do I gotta listen to you if you smoking weed with me, huh? Why do I gotta listen to you if you selling weed to me? How do I respect you? Like community, we gotta have a real conversation. Call it hate. Call it I'm hating. I'm just telling the truth. I'm telling the truth because nobody in our community is willing to stand up on something. I didn't get into this work to help my community to sit back and be silent. I did not do that. I did not do that, community. I'm here for the people. I am here for the people. I keep telling y'all, I'm not in it for the money. Yes, every organization needs money, but if that is your driving measure, it's not okay. It's not okay.
It's not okay.
I'm just telling you, it is not okay. And for all the elders out there, it is not okay. Stop sitting there and allowing this to happen in our community. It is not okay. Yeah, I said it. I'm standing on mine. This is my position. You don't have to like it. You don't have to agree with me, but I'm going to call it out since we got spineless elders in the community that's scared to call it out. Yeah, since we got spineless elders in our community that don't want to call out. They just want to go with the flow. It's okay. It's okay. No, it's not okay. There's a call to action. Yes, I called that action. Yes, I called that very action. Yes, it was me. I stand on it. I put a name on it. What else do you want? I'm not backing down because our elders have failed us. in this very community. I love my city. I love my people. But what's going on in my city is not okay. It's not okay. So don't call me elders asking me, are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm very okay. I'm very
we have
okay.
a question. What's the next step?
It's not just, the next step is we're going to keep moving forward. And we're going to remove these people in our community that's not doing what they're supposed to do. Yeah, the notices are going out. Yeah, I'll find the elders in the community that want to walk with me. I'll find the man, the real man of the community, my real alpha males that want to walk with me, who had enough of this foolishness, who got the guts and the heart to speak up and not just sit there and worry about who likes them and who invites them. Let's do it, elders. Yeah. See, in California, Khalees, you know this, in California, Khalees, let me tell you what happens with the Department of Motor Vehicles, Khalees. You know, in DMV community, maybe y'all don't know, see, as you get older, when your vision is impaired, when your hearing is impaired, you get to a certain age. Yeah, the DMV will send you a letter and they will revoke your license in California because the state of California says you are a liability to be on the road if you can't see and hear. Reverend Brown, I'm not DMV, okay? I'm not DMV, but Khalees, we are the BMV. We are the Black media voice, okay? We are sending out notices to these folks who have impaired vision, impaired leadership, poor decision-making, divisive in our community, selling out our community, backdoor dealing our community. We will send them the notice. We will hold them accountable. Yeah.
They revoke your license. That's what they do. They revoke your license.
They say you can't hear. They say you can't hear. Obviously, he's not listening to the community. So obviously, he has a hearing issue because our community has spoken up. They had enough. Dr. Brown, you can't hear the community. Your time is up. You got to go. You got to step down. That's just what it is. It's time to pass the torch. We need some new energy. We need some young people. We need some people that's going to stand up and do the right thing. It's not okay, community. It's not okay. That's all I can say is it's not okay. Khalees, I know you want to say something. Go ahead and say something because I'm fired up.
Oh, definitely. Yes. Yes, definitely. You have to be a voice for the community, right? You have to be a voice. And we know that a house will not stand if it is divided. You can't be divided amongst our people. You cannot. We will not stand. We will not stand. And we got to be strong. We have to be firm. And we have to be true to what we believe in. I know they say money make the world go round. Money make the world go round. Well, why is that a question? Why are we questioning and putting an amount or chopping it down just at the very thought of being reparated for what we've gone through? Why is that a question? Why are we keeping our youngsters under our thumb? Why are we doing this? Why is this happening to us? Where's our future? We need to have strong young Black men and women. But if we keep them under our thumb, we can't let them be free. We can't even let them be free to speak. Their voice is not heard. Where they at, John? Where's the power? Where's the strength? Where is the strength?
Khalees, I don't know where they at. I don't know where they at, but I've had enough. But community, next Sunday, we're going to have a conversation. We're going to talk about this call to action. We're going to talk about reparations. This is the warm-up to it. Since our guests didn't get to make it today, and we pray that everything is all right with our guests, but at the end of the day, Khalees, it's a real conversation.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? We're looking forward to this conversation because the community's ready. I'm looking at the numbers. I'm seeing the phone calls. I'm getting texts. I'm looking at the numbers. All eyes on us. Both sides.
Let's go. I'm not running from nothing, community. I welcome all the opposition. I'm okay with it. I welcome all the opposition. But I got to keep it real because all I hear our elders talking about is respect Every time I talk to the elders, every time I interview the elders, colleagues, all I hear them is the young people need to respect the elders.
Earn
I'm
it.
sorry, elders. Shame on you, elders. You are failing our young people, elders. Shame on you, adults. You are failing our young people, adults. Parents out there, you are failing our youth. Yeah, shame on you. Shame on you.
Sowing
When you
discord.
stand
Sowing
in
discord.
silence, when you stand in silence, you welcome the violence. When you stand in silence, you welcome the foolishness. When you stand in silence, you approve the very behavior that's taking place. Shame on you, elders. Shame on you, elders. I'm just going to say it again. Shame on you, elders. Go ahead. Talk about me. John Henry, you ain't right. Go ahead. Send out your tweets. Send out your Instagram messages. Send out your community emails. I don't care about none of that. Yeah, I heard about the meeting yesterday. Well, if Reverend Brown stepped down, who's going to take the position? Don't worry about who's going to take the position. Don't worry about that. The first thing we got to do, my guy Rico, we're going to go ahead. We're going to make sure that we make the real step. I'm not worried about who's going to replace Reverend Brown. We want Reverend Brown to step down. I'm not standing with Reverend Brown. Brown can't do nothing for me. I don't know what y'all talking about. Brown can't do nothing for me. He's not a voice for our people. I'm going to keep it real. See, sometimes you got to call it out. I respect the man who make a bad decision and stand on his words. But don't play with my people. Don't retract your statements and say, oh, this was a clerical issue. Oh, this was a typo. No, don't play with my people. Oh, yeah, you felt that pressure. Big pressure coming your way, Reverend Brown. I'm not standing down. We need change in our community. We need it now. Our young people are suffering. Our elders who really need us are suffering. I don't care the amount of money. But see, I understand politics. When you make certain statements, you make people think, regardless if it's for the 5 million or any money. When you tell these people black folks shouldn't get nothing, what do you think they think? Oh, that's their leader. That's the person speaking for them. We ain't got to give them nothing. Come on.
The house is divided.
Gotta be careful what we doing, elders. We got to be careful how we leading, elders. I'm just keeping it real. Y'all want the truth in the black community. We keep it 100. Oh, but every time it's controversy, nobody wants to keep it 100. Everybody gets silent. Rico, I'm glad you're here, Rico. You a man of the community.
Well, John,
Rico?
Now, I 100% agree with you. You know what I mean? That's why, both sides of the conversation was even created is because we share the same thought. Well, first, I want to say that as somebody on the committee, that I don't represent the committee. I'm not here on behalf of them. I'm here on behalf of Rico and what I stand for and what I represent as an individual. John, you 100% on point. And I'm happy that you're bringing stuff to light. These are conversations we've been having for many years. As it relates to our elders in our community, although they have done some great stuff in community, but at some point, when does the torch be passed? When do you hand the baton over? In many years, our community leaders, they hold the baton, and then when they pass away, there's no one to take the baton. We're in disarray. They haven't groomed any youngsters to take the baton, or they're holding on for so long trying to get every bit of dollar that they possibly can get and making decisions on behalf of our community that doesn't push us or advance us in the proper direction. We all know that reparations is restitution. You can't commit harm to a people, right? If we all right now did a crime, John, and we committed harm to somebody, when you go to court, the first thing that they talk about is restitution. So you have to pay a restitution fine fee to the people that you cause harm to. Then we want to reconstruct. Based off the restitution, let's reconstruct the community. And then that's true repair. You can't dismay the 5 million. We can talk about that. I think it'll be good if you get Inite on here to talk about where that number came from, because he's the only one who can really talk to it, because it came from his committee. But John, you 100%. We as black men, we got to step up. We got to stop being cowards. We got to stop muting our voices and only allowing our women to speak for us. It doesn't make sense. Our women, they are amazing nurturers. They have been nurturing the community, and I can admit it. Women has been doing their job. I'm not attesting that they have been doing this shit. I'm gonna keep it real. Our men, we haven't been protecting our community. Our belief systems is all messed up. We, like, you know, John, I always say we believe in the system of the mobster, and we believe that we Italians for some apparent reason. I don't know why. We think we we John Gotti and them folks, and we had a belief systems, but it messes up our community and it continues to push us backwards. And one thing that I like about you, John, is that you stand in your integrity and you walk in it. And that's one of the things that I'm gonna continue to do is walking and talking my integrity. No matter what, I'm gonna do what's right. Yeah, we can say Amos Brown, he has done a lot of stuff, but at some point you have to pass the torch. At some point, you have to stop making decisions on behalf of the community without the community, because it doesn't make sense. You know, so thank you, John, for even bringing this issue up. I know you're gonna have it on next Sunday. You know, I'm prepared. I'm ready to be a part of that phone call and that conversation, because if anyone.
Rico, I can't let you go off that easy, but Rico, see, because Rico, these people that they want to do their research on me, we've had these conversations before. Rico,
we have.
You know, I spent a lot of time about the reparations before we even started talking about reparations. Let's keep it real.
Yes, we did. We did a whole show on reparations.
Now, Rico, I came up with the $2.5 million. I did the work. I did the homework.
Right.
So seeing $5 million, I was like, okay, we can go for more. That's fine. But let me tell y'all, see, when we were supposed to give 40 acres in the mule, let's go back to what was originally supposed
on
to
the
be given
table,
to black
right?
folks. We know in San Francisco, Rico, you can't get no 40 acres in a mule. We know that, right?
Facts.
So that mule today, the mule was to carve the land out and do the thing. So we just go keep it real the other way, Rico. When we talk about the land, that's home ownership. That's land. That's property. In San Francisco, the average medium income house is about $1.5 million in a good neighborhood. So what I was saying was, yeah, if I wanted to give ownership to my people to live in this very city that caused the harm, they need at least a minimum of $1.5 million. We can start the numbers there. Now, we don't have the mule for the 40 acres, but that mule is out there to keep the land so that the business could thrive.
Right, so that's our Tesla.
So that's $500,000 just to start a business in this city to get it off the ground. If it's an old establishment, you might need $1 million just to bring it up to right conditions. So that's 2.5 right there. Right? Now you talk about the other harm that's caused, because we know when we give out this money, there's going to be some policies and some things that's going to say we can't support black people. We're going to remove some things. So now you got to pay for sustainability. Our folks had to go get educated. We got folks out here with school loans. Okay. The average school loan for an institution is $250,000, Rico. They got to pay for the education that they robbed us of. That's $250,000 right there. That takes us to $3 million. Then you talk about the drugs that the government put in our community. You talk about the mental health needs in our community. Let's just say another $500,000 to $1 million. Mental health is very costly, Rico. You have $4 million. I'm just saying. Then we got to look at another $1 million to leave generational wealth to our children. Because they got to suffer the trauma. They got to hear all of this racist school system and their racist curriculum has poisoned our babies. And black folks ain't nothing. They got to listen to white folks. All the Jim Crow stuff. We done traumatized 3 generations of young people, telling them the harm, showing them the beatings, showing them the slavery. What is that worth, Rico?
I mean, like you saying, John, like a lot of this stuff, like, to be honest, is common sense. Like, we can sit here and say, how was the numbers? How did you do the math? And how was the numbers quantified? At the end of the day, some of it is just basic common sense. We know the harm that has happened as far as redevelopment throughout the entire city. In every black community, there was a form of redevelopment and disenfranchisement with our black people, period. And if you quantify those numbers, and then you quantify the numbers from the prison, from the school to prison pipeline, you think about all the money that's put into the schools to send our children through the prison industrial complex, and then the money they invest in that, right? We way past 5 million. We way past that. But when we think about numbers, you always want to put a good number out there. You would be a damn fool to put $35,000 and then negotiate $35,000. You want to negotiate with the highest number. That's what I was always taught. Let's start at 5 million and get to the 2.5. John, we talked about this already. Start at 5 and we want to get down to the 2.5, right? So, but a lot of this stuff, like you saying, John, you didn't even talk to Enite, but you have the common sense to where it's in your mind, you can quantify the numbers and where the numbers could actually come from. One not trying to do that, there's a plan that's going on. We might not know it. We don't know like what they're doing behind closed doors in its entirety, but there's something going on.
And Rico, it's backdoor deals. Reverend Brown selling it South for his dream school. He want his dream school built. He wants the inheritance so he can sell it all, Rico.
Hey, John, this is the coldest part.
He being greedy on the people. We know what it's all about. We got to call it what it is. He's sitting wealthy over there. He eating. He don't care about the people. He want to go for his best interest. Look at the Roland Martin interview. Look at the statement that he sent out. Everything was about stuff that he's involved with. It's his stuff.
No, right.
It ain't for the community. Rico, if I go and advocate for the people and I say, yeah, y'all should give all this to both sides of the conversation. Is that for the people?
That's for both sides of the conversation.
Come on, y'all. Let's keep it real, community. Let's wake up. This stuff is not hard.
No.
This is not hard. Okay? Let's stop playing around. These people know what's going on. And I see Reverend Townsend chiming in on social media. Yeah, nobody complained when the Asian lady said she don't want reparations. Hey, listen.
I didn't hear her say that.
We go deal.
I Googled it and I couldn't find it. There's no statement like that, John.
Rico,
there's no statement.
I don't care, Rico, if all of the supervisors, Aaron Peskin, all of them turn it down. We're going to hold you accountable first for you being in our community. You the one who stepped up and made the comment. I don't care. We're going to deal with the city when we got to deal with the city.
Right.
That's what's going to happen. But you, as a black leader, as a reverend, as a NAACP president, you already know how I feel about the NAACP. I don't even want to go there. But I have to make the call to action, Rico, because I am a leader. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you, a black man, let's talk about the real stuff that's offensive to our community, the confusion in our community. When our community walks away, Rico, and they say, well, why did I really come down here if Reverend Brown said this? Why did I come here today? You are causing harm to our community. Rico, I'm not a historian, but I know you know a lot of history, Rico. We know Martin Luther King and Malcolm X didn't agree on everything. I just want to ask you, Rico, because I know you're a little of a historian yourself. Do you think Dr. Martin Luther King publicly with the cameras and the news there would shun Malcolm X, who was standing next to him, and uplift the very white people who oppress us? I don't know, community. Maybe y'all know something that I know. I'm not a historian. I'm a futurarian. I'm talking about the future. But Rico, do you think Dr. Martin Luther King and Malcolm X was standing on the side of them, and they had a difference of agreement? He would say in front of the people, don't even acknowledge them, and say the very supervisors that don't give a damn about black people, they're the reason why we're here, community. We need to praise Master. This foolishness got to stop, Rico. I'm not playing that game, community. Don't let the money fool you. See, we got to stand on principles. When we talk about moral compass, yeah, behind the scenes, when ain't nobody watching, Rico, when they sitting at the table negotiating, Rico, when the community ain't there, Rico, yeah, that's when you determine where a man stands. Reverend Brown showed his head. See, he wanted to underestimate the chair. See, I know the politics. That was his way to underestimate the chair. Very disrespectful. I am ashamed of our elders. Reverend Brown, I am ashamed to know this is the conduct and the behavior as a leader of our community. You shun two black men. You go against two black men. I'ma say it. They ain't gotta say it. And we know they ain't gonna say it. I'ma say it. The chair of the Reparation Committee is a black man. You undermined the chair. You spoke out against your board. Rico, did you see the interview? Did you see the press conference yesterday? Shout out to my guy, Ace on the case, okay? You should have seen Jonathan Butler sitting over there like, he was hot. He was hot. He was hot, Rico. He not in agreement. I don't care what he say. He ain't in agreement. And they want to sit there and play this game. Well, reparations. We know black folks are harmed. We know black folks is at the bottom of the list on everything. When you look at jobs in San Francisco, black folks is at the bottom. When you look at the income for black people in San Francisco, they at the bottom. When you look at the health issues and the health concern and the lack of health services, black people is at the bottom of the list. When you look at mental health and mental health services, black people are at the bottom of the list. When you look at the most substance abuse issues in our city, black folks is at the top of the list. When you look at the homelessness in our city, black folks is at the top of the list. When you look at incarceration, black folks is the top of the list. Why do we got to explain to these educated white people what's going on? I still don't get that. We got to take our equity community. We can't sit back and play games with these people. They know the harm. The policies are still on there. They have the historical index of everything that's going on. I'm just saying, black folks need financial prosperity, Rico. If they're going to thrive, they need the money. Yeah, we need schools. We need education. We need services. We got all kinds of services out here that ain't working. We pay these consultants all of this money. The violence prevention consultant, I see he didn't move to New York now. We done paid $10 million, $30 million for consultants to come tell us how to put a model in for violence prevention. He done took the money, he gone. All these community organizations paying these consultants $5-10 million to come tell us how to run our community. And the very people that's doing the work in our community can't get no funding. There's a model that needs to change, Rico. There's a fight that needs to happen. There's a real conversation that needs to happen in our community. We talk about innovation. San Francisco, it is time to be innovative. Y'all are the city that everybody follows. The way we do business has to change. We got to get innovative. We got to get strategic. We got to plan for sustainability, Rico. The way we do business has to change. We pay the consultants to come tell us things that we already know.
The experts are here.
The
experts are already here
to do the work, but they don't trust us. They don't trust us.
The experts are already here. And then the other thing is that with all of the recommendations, we look at the recommendations and all of them are amazing recommendations, but we got to think about one thing. If we're not talking about dismantling some of these systems to rebuild them, right? Because the infrastructure that we have in place right now, if we're saying that we want to invest in mental health currently, we would have to invest in DPH, which is a system that is already harmful. If we're saying that we want to invest in Black education, we currently got to invest in the San Francisco Unified School District. So the money or whatever we're telling them to earmark money for Black people, currently, it would have to go back into these systems that is built on white supremacy. So is that really going to institutionally support us or help us? No, I don't think so. So when we talk about restitution, right? Restitution is what helps us to sustain and support our community. That's why it's important for us to think about creating our own Black schools, creating our own systems of DPH. We need to be dealing with our own people on all levels. Like when we look at the Dreamkeeper Initiative, it's a great point of data. When we look at the data, when Black people get the true investment, we can see the possibilities that can actually happen. If they leave us alone and stop trying to bother us about, oh, what y'all doing and what y'all go, just look at the results. Stop asking all these thousands of questions. Look at the results. So the Dreamkeeper Initiative is a great program that shows us when you invest in Black people, good things can happen. But if you invest in the same institutions that keep us suppressed, to me, like that, it doesn't make sense when we look at some of those recommendations, because some of them actually invest back into those systems that causes us harm. So I think, John, like at the end of the day, like a lot of times we don't want to ruffle feathers because of our relationships, and people feel like they're gonna be cut out. I mean, many years, a lot of us been cut out because we have the courage to speak up and speak out. But I've always been blessed because I don't worry about what man go do for me. You know what I mean? My higher power has always blessed me to not have to worry and beg for bread and do anything else but what I need to do for my community. So I think at the end of the day, you keep fighting. I'm gonna fight with you. I know that there's a few more brothers, who's down for the cause and who gonna ride with you. And I know there's some sisters who are always down for the fight. So we just got to keep this energy, and we just got to not give up. No matter what, when we see stuff like this, we got to bring it to both sides of the conversation and engage in that conversation, no matter what. You know what I mean? We can't let people go with their rhetoric and their bullshit because it's been going on for too long. and we continue to do it because we bring street politics and street values and principles into the nonprofit sector, into real morals and values. They supposed to be separate. It's separate. It's not the same. It's not the same. When somebody doing something wrong, you hold them accountable, period. That's how I was always taught, and that's how I'm going to continue to be. So I'm just happy to have somebody like you, John, and Khalees, who's here, who 100%, who's down for the people, and who gonna put it out in the open, who ain't gonna do it behind closed doors, who ain't gonna whisper in somebody's ear, who gonna say, you know what, I stand on what I'm saying, and this is what it is, period. So, you know, I'm with you, my brother.
Rico, if it's gonna cost me a relationship or opportunity because I'm standing up on the right side of the future, I'm willing to take that. I refuse to be that poverty pimp. They call me the bishop, Rico. My pulpit is open. We go into the future. I'm not selling my people none of the wrong stuff. Nobody's perfect. This is not a cancellation. I'm tired of these people talking about we can't cancel people in our community. This is not a cancellation. This is an individual who have shown year after year after year the harm that continues to go against Black movement, Black liberation, Black joy, Black excellence. He's been displaying that for many, many years. This is not a cancel culture thing, community. Let's keep it real. This is not a cancel culture thing. This is a time to make change. This is a time for him to, be innovative and grow and find new ideals, empower our young people. Stop worrying, community, about the unknown and who's going to be next in charge. And stop it. We got to deal with the issues right now. Because if we don't deal with these issues, we're not even going to get to the seat at the table. We're not going to get to who the next person is. And I'm glad you brought it up, Rico. Our elders are going to the grave with all of the information. Our community is 5 to 10 times behind every community because our very elders go to the grave with all the information. They don't want to share, and they don't want to see the young people. I'm just saying, we got to change this model, community. We're supposed to uplift each other. You think Dr. Martin Luther King said, oh, if I keep doing all of this? See, when people tell me about, this is how I know when people ain't doing what they're supposed to do, Rico. And I've been hearing people texting me, John Henry, you gotta know this, John Henry. They've been doing this for 40 years. All these people want to call me and tell me how long they've been serving Black people in San Francisco. I said, well, I'm going to tell you like this. You shouldn't be so proud of the work you're doing. Because if you look at the results, it's not looking too good. This problem that we got, Black folks at the bottom of the list, it didn't just start last week, Rico. It didn't just start last year. This been going on. This been a slow cancer that's been eating our community up. These very people been selling our community off for years. So we can't blame white folks. We can't blame the gentrification. We got to blame our leaders. Where were they at? No, they were too busy feeding their pockets, trying to get a check, trying to get theirs. You see what I'm saying? And this is the result. When you be greedy, when you're not for the people, when you're not advancing your people, when you're not passing your torch, elders, this is what happened. The community is stagnated. The community is confused. The community is divided. They're in search of great leadership. They are looking for somebody to step and stand with. Now they're confused because our elders, at the highest point, a time for historic moments, since we like history, our elders act up and show their head every time. How do we get mad at our young people, Rico? Look at our elders. Look at our very leaders that we're supposed to follow. This is what they do to our community. They continue to confuse our community, cause harm to our community. And they think we're not smart. They think we're not paying attention. Well, if you think they're not, there's somebody on the job that's watching. Both sides of the conversation is keeping an eye on the play. And it's not okay. I'm just going to tell y'all what it is. It is not okay. And this is not a ploy. Because I get people texting me, Rico, don't fall for the foolishness. You know, people trying to, no, this is a John Henry. I'm standing on this. Nobody told me to make this call to action. This is me, a Black man in my city, standing up for what's right, holding people accountable. These very people, we got to hold them accountable. I will not stand in silence anymore. I will not do it. You don't have to like me. You don't have to agree with me. Black people, what's going on in our community is not okay. I'm going to say it again. It's not okay. We can't be smoking weed with the kids, Rico. We just got to put it out there. I can't see this. No, you cannot smoke weed with the kids and think that's okay. You cannot sell drugs to the kids and think that's okay. That is not okay. We got to call it out what it is. We got some problems, community. Y'all want to keep it 100? Let's keep it 100. The divisiveness in our community got to get called out, Rico. Everybody's working in silos. Everybody's claiming their side. Everybody's repping their district, but nobody's repping together. It's a few. There's a few people trying to. I'm going to give it to the few. But when we talk about the majority, it is not okay, Black people. This is not okay. We got to get behind each other. And the only way we make this change is we got to call out the fake, the phony, and the BS. My grandmother always told me, Rico, the fastest way to heal, you got to have a conversation and you got to tell the truth. I don't want to tell the truth, Rico, but I'm going to tell the truth. Because when I die, I want to go on my bed and say, hey, I told the truth. Grandma, I didn't stand in silence. I spoke up about this fool, these fools.
The truth hurt, John. The truth hurt, though. The truth be hurting.
And it's gonna continue to hurt. It's just we just need people to stand up, you know what I mean, and stop, trying to appease each other, and everybody want to be Black San Francisco elite. If you from here, you already elite. You already different than people anywhere else. San Franciscans, we got the best swag. We just different. Nobody is like us. All culture, all swag come and originate from here. They take it and they take it other places, and people become rich off of who we are, the phrases we make up, the swag we got, the lingo we project, the way we dance, how we are. The Bay is popping. So like at the end of the day, you already elite, you know what I'm saying? But you get these gentrifiers, these Black people who ain't from out here, you know what I mean? And they push their own agenda, and people want to be a part of Boule. People want to be a part of that separate secret society, so to say, So, John, we just got to continue to do what we do, man. We got to continue to do what we do, keep raising awareness and be that voice, because that voice is what wake people up. That voice is what give people light, and it helps their light to shine. It helps their light to shine. So that way, if they are dormant, you waking them up right now. You waking up the sleepy monster. So now those people are able to say, you know what, I got enough courage to go down there because I know somebody gonna ride with me. Many years there were people who wasn't ready to do that, who wasn't gonna say nothing, who was gonna be back there having a little side door conversation. Oh, we need to work this out. Nah, some shit just can't be worked out, especially when it's been going on for years and years and years and years. We haven't seen any progression in our community. We haven't seen any advancement. We see our young Black men graduating high school, can't even read third grade level, don't even have the reading comprehension of a kindergartner, right? So at the end of the day, anything we say to them, can they comprehend it, John? Like, be honest. If you can't read third grade level and your comprehension level is shot, how can you comprehend anything that I'm saying to you? It's impossible.
It's impossible.
So we got to step up and push this agenda about the Black family. We can't be divided. We can't be Black feminists, Black male this. Nah, we got to represent the Black family and uplift the Black family and the Black communities, and stop being so separate. Black LGBTQI, Black everything. And we all got to stand as one. And we got to know what's the truth is the truth. And that's just what it is. And then when we get amongst each other and we start telling the truth, then we can start breaking stuff down amongst ourselves. Let's break this down now. You know what I mean? But a lot of times we don't do that. Everybody want to be separate. Everybody want to feel like I'm the leader of my crew. I'm the leader of that crew. It'd be so toxic and just so terrible. Everybody want to tear each other down. And not even engage in a conversation. Some stuff don't deserve, in my opinion, don't deserve a conversation. It's like, okay, you did what you did, but some stuff that deserve a conversation. Hey, John, we need to holler, bro. You know what I'm saying? It need that conversation. You know what I mean? But people don't want to have both sides of the conversation. It's always one way.
Hey,
you know what I mean? That's the narcissistic side of us, right? Because John, our households was never balanced. We never had a daddy there. Some of us didn't have daddy or mama there. We only had grandma, right? So the narcissistic side of us, you know what I mean? Grandma was compensating. Mama was compensating. There was never the level of balance where you're getting a nurturing nature and a protective nature. You're getting masculine energy and feminine energy at the same time. So people become narcissistic. It's about them. You tell them, you hurt my feelings, and they go back into what about them. So, we become narcissistic and believe that everything about us, and it ain't even about us. It ain't about us. I got 4 children. You know what I mean? I got one son in college. You know what I mean? And he made it to college because, and I say this all the time, he made it to college because of a conversation in 10th grade that he had with John Henry. I was frustrated. He was driving me crazy. I didn't know what else to do. And I hollered at John on the side note and said, hey, we need to do a mentoring program. I need you to talk to my son. He talked to him, 4.0s, whole 10th grade, or whole 11th grade, 12th grade year, and made it to college. He within the second semester. So we can't say it can't happen. It can happen. It is being able to put the proper mentors in these young people's face. Because I come up from the streets, John come up from the streets. Most of us come up from disenfranchised communities that taught us a whole bunch of stuff that we know ain't true now. But are you willing to break that stuff down to rebuild yourself, to understand that the false doctrine that we got in our community isn't real? It's a mirage. It isn't real. And most people don't want to break that stuff down. They still hold on to the belief systems of the streets. And that's the agenda that they push to our young people through selling them weed, to promoting violence. Or I'm not going to hold them accountable. I can't tell that young. Yes, you can. Hey, young brother, you shouldn't even be holding on to that gun. How can I support you in getting up out of here? Right? We tell him he got to do what he got to do. Now he's doing 30 because you told him that. Now he got life because you told him that dumb shit. So like that, it frustrates me, you know what I mean? Because I've lost family to incarceration and to street violence, and I was a victim of street violence. So I know it's serious. So at the end of the day, John, like we gotta dismantle everything within our community and rebuild everything, because our children and even some of our adults, they got to be retaught, because everything that they was taught is wrong.
Rico, I told you what's going on. It's a lot of trauma bonding in our community.
Hey, John, let me ask you one question, because I love Black teachers. I do. I do, but they frustrate the hell out of me, because no, I'm gonna keep it 100, because like at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, I have never heard them talk about the pipeline to prison. I don't never hear them talking about it. I never hear them talking about they tired of it. All they talk about is how much more money they need and how much more support they need on pushing this agenda and pushing this false doctrine and indoctrination on our children to be slaves, instead of standing there and creating their own union to say, no, we want to stand up for ourselves. We want to privatize Black education, right? So, John, why they don't do that? Why they continue to fight with these unions that we know? And look, the school districts, white school districts across America have said, no, there is a pipeline to prison. We intentionally created this for these little Black kids. But not one, I ain't heard not one of them, not one speak out against it at all. Why?
Rico, it's the same reason why we got these property pimp leaders in place. They're going to keep the people there that's going to sell the people out. What you talking about is not too far away. They had a big march in Houston right now. Right now in Texas, they trying to take away all of the Black stuff. They want to take away. This is what I'm saying. Rico, is terrible. Our people are sometimes the very terrible people to ourselves. And if we don't start calling them out, and if we don't start moving them out, we are headed for disaster. I keep telling y'all, San Francisco, there's a volcano that's about to erupt. It's about to erupt, Rico. I keep telling them. I can see the smoke and the lava. It is about to erupt. If we don't stand up as elders, if we don't stand up as leaders, if we don't stand up as community people and elected officials, if we don't stand for the right side of the future, it is going to be a sad day across this country. The number of hate is going up. The number of things that are happening in our community is increasing. Oh, we stand together for George Floyd. We've had 5 police officers shoot somebody in the last couple of weeks. We got people in mental health institutions being killed every day. Rico, the volcano is going to erupt. And
I
then
think it's already erupting, John. I think it's already it's bubbling right. It's bubbling right now. It's bubbling. I mean, see, everything that you're saying is 100% true, and we just gotta live in truth and live in reality, right? Our Black educators in our Black educated community, we all have to come together because we all are different. We were all raised different. Your education, it doesn't change who you are. Just because you was indoctrinated with the white supremacist system and they taught you a field, it doesn't change that there was someone who was in community who was indoctrinated with other things, right? So this is what I think, John, especially when it comes to our children's education. They have taken every pipeline away from our children. Our children, we moved to a different drum. We moved to a different beat. We moved to our heartbeat in that drum. It just moved different. That's why when you go to the South, kids can go to college for dance. Just be a part of the dance team from elementary to high school. You'll go to an HSB. You will at least try college. Go to the band. You'll go to college. Go to wood shop. You can become an engineer. You can become a chef. That's why all these people are prosperous. When you look at Atlanta and these other places, is because they have real pipelines that they're pushing their young people into, right? We don't have none of that. Name one pipeline we have, right? We in California. California has more prisons than they have, right? And that's the only pipeline that they put our children into. And then they want us to advocate for education when our children, they learn differently. Our children learn, what is the carrot that we're going to give our children? I know when I was young, they did have some programs. So I was dancing. And that was the only thing that kept me wanting to go to school, because I was dancing. Then outside of that, they taking away everything. We got the worst football system, the worst basketball system. And I'm not saying that that's all we can do. I'm just saying we need something to support our young people with at least getting an opportunity to go to college, an opportunity to see a different part of the world. You graduate high school, our children, and by time, I swear, our children by third grade know if they want to where they're going already. You can tell by the investment. You can tell like how they thinking already. They like, you know what, college, I'm not going to no damn college. I'm gonna graduate high school for your mama, but I ain't going there. They graduate, they barely can read. They barely can do anything. So we don't have no true pipelines. We have no pipeline. Then they want our children to become firefighters. There's no pipelines into the fire department for our young people. Then they say they need 500 police officers, but they didn't incarcerate and gave every black man a felony in California. Now we can't even be police officers because in the police bill of rights, you can't have not one arrest. You cannot have a felony, period. So how the hell are we gonna do community policing when every black man in California has a fucking felony? So that's what I mean by the pipelines, man.
But that's the real challenge. You know, this is what I'm talking about. These are the racist policies that put in place, and this is why I be telling people, pay attention to what's going on. In one step, they said, "Hey, we want community policing, we want to do it," but the system has already put charges on everybody. So when do we go back to the table and rewrite the policy and say, hey, certain offenses we got to exclude? You get what I'm saying, Ricky? The whole system needs to be dismantled. It needs to be rewritten. I'm looking for the disruptors. I'm looking for the people that want to step and stand with me. Change needs to happen. I need everybody thinking about all our allies that want to be allies.
John, this is one thing I know, if that's for certain, right? Whenever I speak out and whenever you speak out, it's never personal. It's never about you as an individual. If you hold that seed or if you somehow doing that type of work, it's about our people. We are very connected to community. We are losing people. We are losing friends who have children and their children who passing away. We're losing family members. So it becomes personal when we ain't seeing no results. So when we speak out on it, it's not a direct attack on you. It's an attack on what are we going to do? And you got to stop. And people got to stop taking that shit personal. They put you black people in position so that when it's time for us to speak up, you want us to shut up because you think it jeopardizes your job. Instead of you being a righteous person saying, no, they right. I need you to give me more resources to support my. See, people be so ignorant. They don't even know what to say. See, I'm going to say that, John. If I'm in them positions, I'm going to say that. No, they right. We need more resources. Give me some more resources to support my people. Right? But they're not going to do that. They're going to call John. They're going to call Rico, Texas. You out of pocket. You wrong. You know I hold that position. Well, you need to do a better job, brother. Because we got young people dying every single day. You know, and it might not be in San Francisco, it might be in other places, but they knew what they was doing when they was pushing people out. They know it's a direct connection through all of us, and no matter what the harm is being done here in San Francisco, and we got to figure out a way on how do we as people stand together, fight together, and coexist together. We got to get rid of this hood shit. We got to get rid of this set tripping. We Black San Francisco. We got to step up as Black San Francisco, because it's not enough of us at all to be repping different sets, period. It ain't enough of us. We're going to lose that fight. We're going to lose that fight. I'll go to Fillmore. Shit.
Rico, we already losing that fight.
We lost.
That's why I keep telling these people, what are you talking about? Oh, we don't need to be doing this public. We don't need to have these. What are you talking about? Are y'all that delusional? You think the very white people are not paying attention to what's going on? It's not a secret. You don't see the people going to City Hall filing complaints. You think they don't know the dysfunction that's going on in our community because you didn't get something or you felt like somebody got more? They already down there, Rico. What are they talking about? Are they delusional? I'm starting to think some of our community leaders are delusional. They are so caught in their divisiveness. They so caught into their self-hate. They so involved with their dividing Black people that they don't even understand. If the children is watching, what do you think the people who are against us are doing? They are watching us, Rico. Black San Francisco, elders of the community, leaders of the people, it is time to stand up. Pick a side. Are you on the right side of the future? Are you trying to stand on the right side of history? Because history has already passed. What happened yesterday has already taken place. I want to step with my young people into the future. I'm looking for some Black men out there who want to step and walk with a soldier, because I'm a soldier. I want a Black man that's going to walk with me, not worried about the critics and the people that's pushing back. I want some Black men that ain't worried about the check, but they worry about our people, the condition, how we function, how we living. I'm looking for you, brothers. Queens. I'm looking for the queens of the community that ain't worried about the check. They worried about how do we uplift the people. They say, Bishop, I want to walk with you. I'm looking for the people that want to walk with the bishop, who ain't afraid to speak up and say, listen, right is right and wrong is wrong. We got to call it out, Rico. I need some leaders. I need some elders to step up and say, young people, we did y'all wrong. We made some bad decisions, young people. We are apologizing. We ready to walk with y'all to change what happened. We no longer are going to hide the secrets. We are no longer going to lie to the young people. We did some wrong things. I need some elders out there who had enough. Before you go to your grave, elders, you got to make it right. Don't be Dr. King if you're not living in the dream. Because the dream is right now. I need some elders who said, I made some mistakes, young people. I leaded y'all down the wrong people. I didn't know this was going to be the outcome, but I'm willing to walk with you, and let's fix it together. But that starts with truth. You got to first tell the truth.
Hey, that's deep.
Truthful conversation, Rico.
Hey, no, John, that's deep. That's
hey,
like
it gave me chills, Rico. It gave me chills.
Hey, me too, because like that's the first thing, like in work, you know what I mean, in working with young people, you know what I mean, like I'm never afraid to admit my truths, you know what I mean, and that's what brings a sense of vulnerability when I ever talk to young people, because I always speak my truth. I don't say my truth over and over. I don't glorify. See, when you start saying it more than 10 times, now you're glorifying shit. I done been to prison. I done did 10 years. I done did 3 years. Man, now you glorifying that shit. You got to be able to articulate it to show the transformation. And you got to show the transformation in a way to where they understand that it was a fight. And it's going to be a long road. It's going to be a rocky road. Things going to get rough and tough. But are you prepared for it? So, John, it's 100% true when you admit it You take the power out of it. I did some wrong. I didn't cause some harm. See, we can't recover if we can't admit that we an addict, right? So, addicts, what they first thing they got to do is, I think step one is, I got to admit that I'm a damn addict, right? That's what people got to do. They don't want to do it. You got to admit, you know what? I didn't cause the community harm. Redevelopment came here. This policy came. They came to me. And you know what? I was only thinking about X, Y, and Z. You know what, community? My bad. I did that. I'm sorry. Now we can move forward because the community got the sense of vulnerability out of you. But then with that egotistical arrogancy, community we're going to only further and continue to push our way from individuals. That's why now individuals got more courage to even speak on this situation. John, this ain't new. In the 12th hour, 13th hour, this shit been happening. I didn't heard stories about during the time of redevelopment and deals being made with the Black community, but in the 13th hour, 5 people made one decision. Now the whole community is screwed over.
Come on, Rico. Let's
terrible.
I know the stories. That's why they don't want to come have a conversation with me, Rico. See, I got the receipts. They don't want me to pull out the receipt. What they forgot, they don't think because I'm media. Oh, I got the receipts. Yeah, them backdoor deals. My family out of Bayview. Yeah, my family got replaced out the Fillmore. I know the history. Don't play with me. I keep telling them, all these people pushing against me. I love it. Come talk to the bishop. Because I got receipts for all y'all. See, y'all talking about who I'm calling out. Just 6 months ago, they was calling out Reverend Townsend. They wanted Reverend Townsend to step down 6 months ago during redistricting. Nobody want to bring that up. 6 months ago, they was calling out our mayor. Come on, Rico, let's keep this real. Yeah, they forget so quick. Oh, but they want to tell me what I'm doing is so wrong. You speaking up, this is wrong. Well, let's talk about your wrong. I'm willing to accept my wrong. I'm in this work because I caused harm in Bayview. I was out there on them streets. I was the one causing harm. So I'm here to fix what I've done. We all played a part in this.
All of us. Look, hey John, look, we all played a part in this, man. Look, everything I seen growing up, all that stuff wasn't right. You know what I mean? Like, mom told me don't do this, but she did that. Folks told me don't do what I say, not what I do. And we all grew up on that, right? And then we made decisions in our life, and certain decisions that we make, we got to live with those decisions. But then we still got to repent for it. And I ain't saying you got to go to nobody's church to repent. You got to repent within yourself. You got to repent within community. And through your actions is true repentance. I never do that again. I never harm my community. I never sell drugs to my people. I do X, Y, and Z. And then every day that I walk and that I step, I'm living in that because that's my repentance. Because I'm thinking about the karma. Who gonna have to pay for the blood that's on my hands? It might be me. It might skip me. But I got 4 babies I look at every day and say, please don't let this stuff hit them. Please don't let one of them have to endure the stuff that I done been through. Right? So, John, like, it's an uphill battle when you're dealing with our people because they don't look at it the same. They don't see like that. You got to really repent, man. You got to repent for the things that you have done, man. Like, you caused us harm. We all didn't had harm done to us or harm in our community. How do you repent that? It's through your works and through your actions. It ain't going to nobody church talking about forgive me. No, forgiveness is through your actions and through your deeds and how you stepping. Are you a big stepper or a little stepper? Take your time, Rico. If you got to.
You get me fired up over here, Rico. I don't know John. Who this is because it's a Facebook user. They said they don't want to be a part of the conversation. Listen, this is both sides of the conversation, y'all. We keep it real. Oh, we keep it real. We ain't faking. This ain't CNN. This is real community stuff. I'm not playing. Y'all think I'm just coming up? No. You want to come have a real conversation? Let's go. I got my wrongs. I'm not perfect. I'm willing to accept that. But I'm willing to walk with my people to make it right. I'm willing to walk with my people and make it right. All those haters, I welcome y'all. Y'all got a perspective. I don't want to take them. No, come on. But be ready to get your issue when it come back to you. See, that's all I want to say. Because they want to take shots at me. I'll take them. I got my armor on. But when you come on this platform and you have this conversation, let's keep it real, though. Let's talk about you. Let's talk about what you done, too, huh? Let's have a real conversation.
Right.
We can't move
Right.
forward as a community if we don't talk about it, Rico. The community is not the church. And this is no offense to my church organizations.
Facts.
When you involve community issues in the church, you remove half of the people. Community issues are community issues. Let's stop putting community issues in the church. Bring it to the community. It's a community issue. As soon as you put it in the church, Third Baptist Church, soon as Reverend Brown don't want to hear what you got to say, get out of my church. Let's keep it real, Reverend Brown. Yeah, when you don't like the conversation, get out of my church. I don't want to come to your church. I don't want to talk about community issues in the church. Let's take it to the community. Yeah, I'm standing on it, y'all. Rico just said big step, and I'm stepping on mine. I'm not down with Reverend Brown, okay? I'll make it clear. Since people keep talking about John, put a name on it. I ain't down with Reverend Brown. Brown can't do nothing for me. Yeah, I said it, community. It's cool. Cut me off. It's cool. I'm going to keep it real. Because I got a daughter. I got a granddaughter, Rico. And I need them to know I stand for something. I'm not going to fall for anything. I got a community of people that's looking for some people to stand up for them when they can't speak. I got some elders who need to know. And they like, John, you got to say something. Yeah, we going to stand on it. I'm standing on it. My doors is open. Both sides of the conversation. Next Sunday, we having a conversation. Reverend Brown, you welcome. Reverend Townsend, you welcome. All of y'all pushing against me. Let's go. Let's have a conversation. We can do it for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I'm willing to move my whole programming out. If you can't get on next Sunday, we'll do it the next Sunday. I'm willing to have the conversation. But don't come in here with this foolishness. Don't come in here cooning. Don't come in here blaming the white people. Don't come in here with this foolishness. Let's keep it real, community. If you go come on, talk your talk. But be ready, because I'm going to do my homework. I got my receipts. Don't tell me about what I don't know. I got the paperwork. Yeah, I'm media. I do my homework. Yeah, I know about them backdoor deals. Yeah, I know who was at the back. Yeah, let's keep it real. That's all. If you want to have the conversation, let's have the conversation. Yeah, let's go. I ain't worried about who gonna replace Reverend Brown. I ain't worried about that. I just want Reverend Brown to step down. We need change. We need a new voice. We need new people. We need innovation. We need our young people. That's what we need. Don't worry about who the next person is. Let's deal with it right now, because we got a problem, community. The volcano is erupting. The volcano is erupting, community. It's a problem. What's going on? How we functioning? It's not okay. And maybe your mama didn't tell you when things you was doing was wrong. It's not okay, but I'm gonna tell you about it. It's not okay.
Definitely not okay. John, they don't get it. Hopefully, you know what I mean. I pray that there's some folks on here next week that push back a little bit. You know what I mean? Because I do want to hear, you know, their perspective, only so that we can get on their ass too.
Rico,
it's the truth though. That's what I'm thinking.
Rico. I am pulling up the receipts, Rico, because some people forget about how they moving.
Right. No, right.
Yeah.
No, right.
Yeah.
I mean, look.
I lift up my
San Francisco
plateau.
is like being in a small country town. Everybody know everybody. We know everybody business. There's nothing new under the sun. We know everything that's going on here in San Francisco. There's no secrets at all. You might think it's a secret because nobody bust you out, but ain't no secrets. We all got receipts. We know. I know people know everything I've ever done. I know people know things John have ever done. There's always receipts. And, you know, it'd be times like this when you like, hey, when they become harmful to the community, you got to pull those receipts out. Now we're doing a community audit. We got to audit these motherfuckers. Y'all playing. The balance that's in community is negative. We got to get a surplus. Feel what I'm saying, John? We need a surplus.
I feel
now.
you.
So
let's just be real. That's why I said I'm okay with having the conversation. Hey, take your shots. It's all good. I ain't perfect, Rico. All I know is what's going on is not okay. And I refuse to stand in silence. I am going to uplift my voice to the highest voice. You can step with the bishop. I'm stepping in the future. Or you can step with Reverend Brown. He's an historian. If you want to stay in the past, if you want to be shackled in the trauma, you want to talk about the marches and the dogs and all the stuff that took place, I'm okay with that. But I'm looking for some people that want to step with me. Step in the future. Think about the black babies that we got to uplift. The young people that depend on us now. I'm worried about tomorrow, Rico. Because 2053, they said black folks is going to be financially bankrupt in this country. What are we doing to prepare that? How are we bringing the black ecosystem up? How are we investing in the black folks today? That's what I want to talk about, because the past is the past. I acknowledge the past. I respect the past. I stand on the shoulders of my ancestors. But I got to remove myself from the past, because I got to think about today and tomorrow. What's going on? I'm just saying, Rico. I'm not a historian, community. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I'm a historian, because I'm not a historian, community. I'm a future person. I know the future. I see what's going on. I got to equip my people and get them ready. We got a bigger fight. And we're going to need everybody with this big fight, huh? So why not fix the problems in the community now? They say through communication, there's a healing process, Rico. We got to heal. Everybody walking around.
We have to heal.
All these issues on their chest. Let's have the conversation. Let's get the healing going. Let's get these issues off our chest so we can step together. Maybe we can have one voice. Maybe the next time we show up at City Hall, we'll all be in solidarity. We'll have all one voice. We all stand together. And then we can deal with the supervisor. Then we can deal with the elected officials. Then we can deal with our other enemies. But first, we got to deal with our self-enemies. We got to deal with our self-community issues. Yeah, we got to stop smoking weed with the kids. We got to stop selling weed with the kids. We got to stop dividing our communities. Yeah, we got to stop set tripping, community. Yeah, we're going to have a real conversation. Let's talk about it. That's all I'm saying. Let's talk about it. Let's keep it real. Look in the mirror, community. Who was the last person you tried to work with? Let's start with self. Who you tried to partner with? Huh? Who you tried to uplift?
Right.
Let's start with that mirror. Pull out the mirror, community. Let's start with us first. Before we worry about what other people think about us, what everybody see about us, let's take that mirror first. Who you uplifted? Who you tried to work with? Huh? How many people you had issues with? Are you willing to apologize? You ready to have a conversation and repair that? Huh? And stand on it?
You know, everybody wants the soft and fluffy way, John.
I'm not giving out no soft landings, Rico.
They want harm reduction.
I'm telling y'all now. Next
They want
week,
harm
it
reduction.
ain't no soft landing. If you come on here looking for a soft landing, I'm going to tell you right now, the bishop is not giving out no soft landings. It's going to be raw. It's going to be colorful. It's going to get testy. It's going to get emotional. I am not giving out no soft landings next week. You want to come on and have this conversation? You better be ready. We ain't playing. We're not playing no victimization next week, Rico. We're not playing about what, it's the white people. No, I'm talking to black people. We're going to talk about our issues. We're going to talk about our hurt. We're going to talk about our pain. Yeah. I'll deal with the people in the city later. We got nothing but time for them, Rico. We can game plan and strategize together once we get our issues together. We're not giving out no soft landings, community. If it take us 3 weekends to have these conversations, we'll do it 3 Sundays in a row. I want everybody in the community to have an opportunity to speak up, because there's a lot of people. They are tired and they want to say something. You can say what you got to say on this stage. You could be against it. You could be with it. I'm okay with it. I'm not that person that's going to say, you don't agree with me, you can't come on my show. No. Just be required. Just be ready. I'm getting those receipts out. I'm going to get the receipts, baby. Don't come for me and think I'm not going to come for you. And don't think you're going to come on here and just tell me your side of the story. Yeah. We're going to call out your stuff too. We're going to call out your stuff too. Let's go, community. I'm ready to have this conversation, Rico. I'm fired up.
I'm over here. So I'm over here so fired up, man. I've been gone for a while, John. You got me fired back up, man. You got me feeling like, man. Hey, man, I might have to send you a proposal, man.
Come on, man. I'm just saying, Rico. I'm tired of playing. I've heard from the elders of my community, Rico. They called me. They said, John Henry, we are tired. This is not cool. We need change. We need new direction. When my elders telling me that they are hopeless, I don't see a better way. The only way we get there, we're going to change this narrative, is we got to change some of our leaders. We got to change the way we think, the way we plan, the way we do, the way we move, the way we function. It's going to take all of that, Rico. No more glorifying community. We're not here to glorify about our past. We're talking about the future. That's why I said I'm stepping on the right side of the future, not on the right side of history. History.
Hey, John, we grew up in the era where we come from community. So although we didn't have our ups and downs, we understand like what community in its entirety means. Like we know that you got to be communal, right? You got to be a part of this ecosystem. We understand the unity when we say community. We understand that I done been whooped by 10 of my mama friends walking home because I got caught in the back of the laundry smoking a piece of paper that didn't have nothing in it, but it was just a piece of paper. But I got caught by my mama friend. She whooped my ass in the laundry mat. And then as I was leaving out, her husband smacked me in the back of the head. By the time I got home, my mama already knew. And my mom didn't even ask me if I did it. She knew I did it and she whooped my ass. Now that's community. We come from the neighbor's hood, where everybody in the neighborhood hides. They're quiet. Don't say nothing to my baby. Knowing your baby wrong. You know Lil Ray Ray a little demon. You know Lil Ray Ray a little demon. You know that. Then you bring Lil Ray Ray body in the church and into me, and you get to talking about, oh, how good he was, knowing damn well he was a serial killer. Captain Crunch. You know he was a serial killer. Killed 4-5 people in the community. And we sit there and pretend and act like that shit is okay when we know that it's not okay. John, we got to get back to the community. We got to be back. That's the only way we bring unity if we start saying we live in a community and bring those community thought processes back. It's okay, John. If you holler at my son, I don't need to ask him, oh, did you do that? Nah, John wouldn't even be talking to you if you didn't do that. Why does adult want to pick on you? So, we got to get back to that.
Hey, Rico, if you tell my granddaughter something, I'm not going to go, Rico, what you say to my granddaughter? Yeah, if he had to tell you something, you was out of pocket. That's what it is. That's called standing up behind it. And you're right, Rico. It's what's happening in our community. These parents, these preachers, that's why I get so upset with these spiritual leaders who lie to our community. Our little Pookie was a good kid. Everybody in the community know he was terrible. I worked for him in the juvenile hall. He was terrible. He was robbing the elders. He was robbing people's houses. He was shooting everybody. But old pastor up there, because he got some money for booking out his church today. Oh, he was a good baby boy. Yeah. We can't have it happening to our kids. Oh, yeah. He was a good saint. I'm sick of this faking in my community. I'm tired of these fake pulpit pimps. Where my real preachers at? I need some preachers that's willing to stand up and tell the young people, this is a tragic moment, young people. But this is what happened when you robbing in our community, when you shooting in our community, when you disrespecting the elders in our community. This is the end result. Sometimes it's prison. Sometimes it's addiction. Sometimes it's hopelessness. But sometimes this is the end result. If you don't fix your behavior, if you don't change your mindset, this is what's going to happen to you. That's the preachers we need in our community. And these parents, oh, they terrible. We don't even going to get to the parents. They terrible.
Right. Hey, John,
they okay with it, Rico. You know why they okay with it? Because they okay with the money. The kids out there robbing the parents. It's like, ooh, you got some money. I ain't going to say
Let me get a piece of that.
Then they get killed and they want to cry. Oh, they did my baby. Oh, they did my baby. No. Your baby was a terrorizer in our community. You know it. We got to have a real conversation, community. I don't know. Maybe this is too real for some of y'all. Maybe we too deep. Maybe I'm off pocket. Maybe I'm like Reverend Brown. I'm a little out of touch. Maybe I'm just, I don't know.
Nah, you ain't out of touch.
No,
you
the
know
truth
exactly
hurt.
what
That's
you know
it.
exactly what you talk. You know exactly what you're talking about. You know, and there's the way that we look at the reparations report. That's the same thing that we need within our community. We need to do analysis and do a report and just start addressing that stuff. You know what I mean? We need to address each other. We need to really start holding ourselves accountable within our community. I mean, from our spiritual sector to our nonprofit sector to the dudes that's hanging out on the corners in the streets. We just got to engage with each other and ask folks, what do you want? What do you see our community in the future? Because we already is at it, like we literally like at this small point where literally we're going to be diminished. And if we don't do something now, we're going to be 100% locked out, lost, and nowhere to go. So like I think, John, we gotta fix this stuff, and we gotta be 100 with each other, and we gotta like live in reality. The reality is when you do harm, there's no place for you. There's no place for you. You kill somebody, there's no place for you. You can't say, God forgive me, and then you're just forgiven and you go into this place with harps and shit. No, we're not gonna pretend that. We're gonna be 100. There's no place for you. We gotta be 100. There's no place for you, and your children. You look, your children's children might have to reap that. So you reap what you sow. So we have to sow good seeds to make sure the next generation of product and produce and what we're producing is good. Is good fruit, because what's been planted during me, John, and through our generation, I ain't gonna even lie. A lot of that fruit went rotten. So now we got another chance. Now we got another chance to plant some good seeds. And if we can plant those seeds on solid ground, cultivated with our words and with our knowledge and with our information and righteousness and in truth, then we're gonna have some solid young people. We're gonna have, look, that next generation gonna understand what community means, right? But we got to be the first example of that. And if we ain't the first example of what truth is, then we all wrong. Because we all say we worship somebody. We got all different sectors. We got the Israelites. We got everything in our community. And then once somebody do something wrong, and if they within our family, we get to justifying and minimizing their wrongs, and that's not right. Nah, they was wrong, and they got every bit of what they deserve. And that's just Rico speaking. So
Rico,
we got.
they already did the research, Rico. If Black San Francisco don't get it together in 10 years, we out of here.
Oh yeah, no, we
out of here, Rico. We out of here. I'm looking at the plan. I just see the plan. They're going to redo the Potrero Hill gym and all that up there. They're going to redo everything up there. But they ain't starting until 2026. They wanted to shut Juvenile down. You know why, Rico? Because they already got the numbers. Black and brown people is going to be out of this city in 10 years. So why do we need to keep the jail open when we don't lock up white people? We don't lock up Asian kids. They get out, Rico. They can go do some crazy stuff. They let them out quick. Let an Asian kid rob somebody. They don't let them out tomorrow. They don't lock up those people. So let's be real, community. They're shutting this down because the numbers already tell the story. Right. You can't afford to live in this city. It takes $70 an hour just to live in this city. They're going to continue to wipe us out. Everybody coming for me, Rico, because I said, yeah, we got 52 Black businesses in Hunters Point. How many of them own the business, Rico? How many own the brick and mortar? They don't own them, Rico.
Not one.
So what's going to happen in 10 years when the rent go up and there's new mayors and there's new elected officials and there's a new agenda?
They're disenfranchised again.
They get disenfranchised again. But right now it looks good. We got 52 businesses in Hunters Point. Yeah. How many of them own anything?
Right. See, how many of them is trying to own?
This performative stuff got to stop. It looks good right now. Yes, don't get me wrong, Rico. It is great to see Black businesses in our city. I'm not taking away from nobody's business. See, when I say that, they get mad. Oh, John, you hating on the business. No, I'm happy, but I need my business folks to understand. We need ownership. See, the difference between Black people and white people and other people, Rico, they understand the difference between money and wealth. See, white folks know ownership is the wealth. They will give you money. They will give you a business. They will give you an opportunity. But the real wealth is in ownership.
Right.
Every policy that's created for Black folks in this country, it is not in the intent of ownership, because they know that's wealth. When you own something, you can pass it down. So we'll give you $500,000. We'll give you a $300,000 loan. We'll give you whatever you want, but you can't own it. Because when,
Right.
when we rezone it,
We don't want you there.
come on, Rico.
We don't want you there. Hey,
So
look, that's one of the
but
John.
it's
That's
okay.
one of
Y'all
the.
can hate the bishop. I
Hey,
love y'all.
John.
I'm
John,
just
it ain't
waking
even.
y'all up what's going on. Y'all
It ain't
sleep
even
like
that you hating. It ain't even that you hating. You're only giving an idea on what they should put in their new curriculum when they teaching businesses how to become businesses. That should be the last part in teaching the curriculum is now how do you sustain and how do you build generational wealth off of your business? We need you to start thinking towards the future instead of what's in your pockets right now. We know you want the money to try to shine on somebody, but I need you to be holding that, looking for a new building as you building up to make the purchase. So that way you own that and nobody could ever tell you, oh, you got to get out or rent is going up. See, they don't understand that, John. It's not hating. It's really just educating.
Oh, no, they be Rico. They be hating. Don't be Rico. I got a different mindset. Rico, see, Rico, we've had a lot of long conversations. You know my mindset. See, I got people that told me. I had people from different organizations. I had people from different businesses in San Francisco. John Henry, we can give you a space to do your podcast. We believe in you. We see what you're doing. This is great. No, I want ownership. See, when you start talking about ownership, if you believe in what I'm talking about, you believe in what I'm doing, give me an opportunity to build ownership. When we start talking ownership, we ain't investing like that. Yeah, I know.
Right.
I want ownership, Rico. Yeah, I could go to any one of these organizations and go set up shop. But what happened when the plan changed, when the model changed, when the leaders changed? Oh, you got to go. We don't want to do this no more. So what happened? My people get disconnected from the information, the resources, the education. I don't want to do my people like that. I'd rather keep moving the way I'm moving until I can get ownership. All these foundations, philanthropists, and all these folks. If you want to really invest in Black folks, invest in ownership. See, when they really care about you, see, all these investors and these foundations, when they really care about you, they're investing in ownership. They don't want to give Black folks ownership. They'll give somebody else ownership. They don't want to give us ownership. Keep talking to them, community. Next time they want to sponsor you, tell them to sponsor my ownership. I need a brick and mortar that I can own so I can pass it down to my grandbaby. Yeah. The conversation is going to change.
Hey, John, they ain't trying. They ain't trying to invest in no damn ownership. They'll never, ever, ever, ever do that. You know what I mean? Like, and even with ownership, our own people block us from our own ownership. The first thing they want to do is bring other people in to that look like us to own stuff that the community deserves. They'll never give us ownership. They looking like these Negroes don't deserve this. These Negroes don't know what to do with this. Hella out of pocket. But that's why we as a community, we gotta learn that. We gotta learn, look, with our dollars, if we can make the rent, why not buy the building? Why not try to buy the building? Why not start trying to buy something so that way you own it? But people don't look at that. They trying to buy the Benz, they trying to buy everything else but what they actually need. Because if you own it, now you can jump out of it and you can start leasing it. So whatever you was making previously, you can make that off leasing it. I know a businessman, John, who did that. He owned it now. Now he leasing it for the high. I mean the high. Right there on Fillmore Street, he leasing it for the high, but he bought the building. He was smart enough to buy the building. So now he got some other folks in there and he leasing it for the high. So everybody understand that concept except for us. You know what I mean? And I can say, there's reasons why, but now that we're trying to educate each other and there's people who know different things, we can't take what
Oh, I think Rico broke up. See, you get too deep, they gonna cut you out. He'll be back. He'll come back on. Hey, but colleagues, man, because I know we getting close to bed. We said we wasn't having a show today. See what y'all do to the bishop. Y'all just make the bishop. Y'all just make the bishop go.
Oh yeah.
we had a show without the show today.
Yes, we
love
did.
our people. This is how we love our people. But Kylie's, go ahead and say something. We'll give Rico a second to come back because I think he was making a good, powerful point. How you feeling today? I'm sorry I overwhelmed you today.
Yo, I'm fired up. I've been standing on my 10. I've been standing on my 10. You know, because when it's all in your heart and you know you come from a good place and you're passionate about what you're doing, there's no wavering. There's no, I'm going to go this way or the wind go blow that way, I'm going to go this way. You stand strong. So when you're on board, you're on board. You can't be divided. There's no way you can be divided. And that's one thing I like about both sides of the conversation, because it stands on what it stands on. You can't come up in here playing around because you're going to get called out. You can't come up in here half knowing anything because you're going to get called out. Your receipts is going to get pulled. Your card going to get pulled and you're going to get showed up and showed out. So, I mean, both sides of the conversation is where you can have that conversation. It's just that folks be scared. They be on mute. They can't have the conversation, so they don't come. They can't have the conversation, so they cancel. They can't have the conversation, so they no show. You know, you got to know what you know and come forward with it. Speak on it. When you're for the community, you're for the community. You know, so, I mean, it's real. It's real over here. It's real over here, John. Bishop, it's real over here.
It get real in the field. Hey, you got to stand on something, okay? Enough of our people have died for nothing. People have died for less things. All I'm saying is stand for something. Black man, stand up, black man. Alpha males, all you brothers out there beating on your chest. I'm the man. I'm the boss. It ain't time to be mutant now. We got some fires we got to put out for real. Where you at, alpha males? Oh, you the leader of your family? You lead and protect? You can't be an alpha male until you protect your family and the community. That's what black man's supposed to do. Where y'all at? Come on, step with the bishop. Let's go. Our sisters, our queens are sitting there saying, where is the black man at? We don't feel protected. We got a problem in our community. Why aren't the black men stepping together to stop the problem? Wow. Black men, where are we at? You ain't got to like me. You can unfollow me. You don't have to subscribe to the bishop. You don't have to like my message. But I'm standing on mine. I love my people. For real, for real. I love my people. I ain't giving up. I love my people. I stand on what I say. Black man, if you want to walk with me, let's walk together. No big eyes and no little U's. It's not about my organization or your organization. I just want some black men that want to walk together as black men. And let's have a conversation and let's go make some change. Let's go sit at the table with these people and let our voices be heard. Yeah, because we're going to change the narrative. I'm looking for some alpha males. I don't need no betas. I don't need no victimized black man. Okay? Because, Kylie's, I've been getting calls. I pay attention to this digital media. I got black men on digital media talking about, well, I don't want to say nothing again. I don't live in San Francisco no more. I said, wow. Our black man, what is going on? I don't want to get in this because black man. I got queens all over the Bay Area. John Henry, I'm ready to go to war. I don't care. I'm ready. And I got my very black man out there. I don't live in San Francisco no more, so I don't want to get no part. Hey, man, you know, this stuff is getting a little heated, brother. I don't want to get in this. But we in the community, we ready to get in anything about the block. Anybody says something to my wife, to my girl, we ready to get into it for all of that. But when it comes to the black people issue, it's a birthday party. The club is full. Everybody up in there dancing and prancing and having a good time. It's a showdown. Everybody there. We got a sideshow. Everybody there. We got an issue in our community. Black men are mute. I don't want to get involved. I don't want to cause no waves. I don't want to mess up my funding. I don't want nobody liking me. We done turned into the most feminine black man in America. Black man! Where are you at? I'm calling out my black man. Are we so feminine that we are scared to speak up? Huh? We beat on our chest in front of our women. We the biggest, baddest brothers. But when it comes to some stuff that we got to address, tell the truth, we mute. I'm looking for some black men. Sisters, y'all already know I'm stepping with my queens. My queens is fearless. They about the family, the community. My sisters are fearless. They've been holding it down for way too long. Black men. I don't want the victimized black man that's playing the victim. I need some black men that want to step up. I need some big steppers, huh? Khalees, have we turned all of our black men into feminine men with no masculinity? And they walk around talking about their alpha males and they omegas and they're strong and mighty. But it's a community issue and everybody's mute.
It's slim pickings out here, John Henry. It's slim pickings.
Yes, man. Y'all don't have to like me. Huh? Y'all don't have to like me. I'm going to keep it real. I'm tired of hearing my sisters talk about, we don't feel protected. Where's our black men at? We got an issue in the community and our black men aren't around, John Henry. Where are they at? Alpha males. Step up to the plate, alpha males. Get involved. Make sure your voice is heard, alpha males. Don't just walk around the ladies of the community beating your chest how big and bad you are. Step up, black men. Yeah. Hold on to something. You only got your heart, your word, and your balls. I'm going to call it what it is. Do we got balls? Yeah. Black men, I'm calling you out. I ain't calling out everybody else. Black men. Where you at, black man? Huh? We got a problem in our community, huh? You ready to speak up? Huh? You ready to have a conversation with another black man and tell him he ain't right, huh? Where you at, black man? All of my alphas, where y'all at? I don't want the feminine man. I want the man full of masculinity. We've become weak in our community. Oh, Khalees.
Sunday, they'll be here. They're coming Sunday. They'll be here Sunday on both sides of the conversation.
Sunday, y'all, we're having a conversation. We're talking about reparations. We're talking about the removal of Reverend Brown. Next Sunday, we're going to have that conversation. Black men. Where you at, black man? Reach out to me. I'm not hiding. You could call me. We could talk about it. You don't have to like me. That's why we have both sides of the conversation. Your perspective is yours, but at least show up. I don't need the backdoor text messages. I don't need the DMs and the instant messages. Come and talk. Let's have a conversation, black man. All right. Enough's enough. I'm looking for some bold, fearless people. Black man, step up. Well, Khalees, we didn't know it was going to get to this point today. I think we started some fires. Yes. We know the volcano is ready to erupt. The smoke is clear in the air. There's smoke. Whenever you see there's smoke, there's a fire coming. The lava is ready to overflow the mountaintop. Okay. Let's go. We got to fight, black people. Let's go. We got to make change now. This is the time. Let's fix the problem, black people. Let's stop faking. Let's stop snaking. Let's stop hating. Let's stop pulling pillow talking. Let's stop being divisive. Let's stop working in silos. Let's start uplifting each other. But the people that got to get called out, they got to get called out. Let's hold them accountable. With that being said, Khalees, you want to give some parting words today, Queen? Because the bishop will give the benediction before we close out today.
Absolutely. Community. You see what it's about. If you have not subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go on our website. Be a part of this conversation. You got any recommendations? You want to hear another conversation? Speak up. But I'll tell you, these conversations are deep. They're sincere. They're passionate. Ain't no scripts. We coming off the top. So if you want to talk back and forth about it and have another side to the conversation, come forward. Come forward, community. And we will be here Tuesday, Thursday, and especially next Sunday. See you then.
All right, everybody. With that being said, the bishop, I will give my benediction today, brothers and sisters. I am not the reverend. I am the bishop, okay? I am the bishop, and we will change the narrative. So, with that being said, community, listen in, community. We are here to have a conversation. Sometimes a conversation is needed. Sometimes the truth needs to be told. For so long, our community has been in silence. We have stood and watched our community fall right before our face. We have watched our community leaders tear our community down. We have watched our community leaders sell the community off. We have watched our community leaders make backdoor deals. We have watched our communities lie in our face. We have watched our community leaders divide our community. Today is a new day. Today is the day of change. Today is the day that we hold ourselves in the community accountable. We have to fix what is broken in our community. We can no longer fantasize and do this performative act like everything is okay. I need some community leaders to step up. It is time for our elders. Elders, step up. It is time to repair the harm that you have caused in our community. Elders, young people, it is time to get involved and pay attention. Community organizations, you have a role, you have a responsibility to make sure that our community gets the resources, the information, the education, the opportunity. It is your job to get involved with the community. When I say the community, that is the community. We will no longer hold community spaces and community conversations in the very places that cause harm to us, the very places that remove us when our voices are spoken. We will not hold community business in the church no more. We want to have it in the community for the people. I don't want to go in spaces where I have to mute. I have to watch out because I am in the house of the Lord. There is frustration. There is trauma. There is pain. And we have to allow our people to get it off their chest. We cannot hold space in spaces where everything is going to be so sacred that we can't speak. That's why y'all come here to the bishop. You can say what you need to say, get it off your chest, no judgment. Sometimes the conversation gets colorful. Sometimes it gets passionate. Sometimes it gets a little bit touchy. But we allow you to have the conversation. You might have to say a few cuss words to get your point across. You might get a little upset, but it's okay. We're willing to have the conversation. We are not CNN. We are not Fox News. We are both sides of the conversation. We will change the narrative, and that narrative changes with your voice, with your presence. We don't have to be mute. We are not in the days of slavery. We have a right to speak up. We cannot move in silence anymore. We must uplift and elevate our community. We must work together. We must air out our issues so we can move together in one voice. What's going on in our community? It's not okay. Maybe you don't know. Maybe you wasn't raised right. Maybe you didn't get the information. I'll give you that. But after today, reach out to me. What's going on in our community is not okay. We got to change the model. We got to change the message. We got to change the people that are not for the community. Elders, older people, adults, parents. We got to step up. We got to say enough's enough. We cannot be smoking weed with our kids. We cannot be getting high with the community. We cannot be putting guns in the hands of our babies. It is not okay. We cannot be glorifying the negative things that hurts our community. Yeah, community, we got to have a real conversation. Don't worry about the public. Don't worry about who's watching because they already watching. Yeah, community, we got a real conversation that we got to have. I don't know what side you on. We should be on the same side. You know, they say real adulting. We agree to disagree, but we stand together. In a house, there's a family. Sometimes the mom might say things that are not right, but the dad stands there and he says, if mom said it, that's what it is. And then later on, he gonna talk to mom and say, hey, that wasn't cool, but we don't do that in front of the kids. I don't know, community. You don't have to like us. You can unfollow us. You can shoot out your hate mail. You can hate the bishop. I still love you. It's nothing personal. It's about the people. Shout out to my guy Rico for coming in today. Just popped in. He felt the mission. He felt the passion. He felt the energy. He felt the need to say something. I appreciate you, Rico. Black man, where are you at? Alpha males, where are you at? Masculinity men, where are you at? I need some men. I need some women in the community that's willing to stand for what's right. Enough's enough. The harm that keeps happening in our community can no longer keep going on and on and on. Somebody got to pick a side. My grandmother always told me, son, either you're going to be on the right side or you're going to be on the wrong side. I already spoke. I'm going to be on the right side of the future. I'm not going to be on the right side of history. I'm not a historian. I'm a futurian. I'm talking about the future. Where's my people going? I don't want my people going to places that they don't know. I don't want my people afraid of the unknown. Martin Luther King, since a lot of people like to use the words of Martin Luther King, he said he felt he was taking his folks into a burning house. Community. Be careful who you're following. Community, pay attention to the people that's okay with the BS. Community, pay attention to the people in our community that's very divisive. Community, pay attention to those who not for Black people. Pay attention. Open up your ears. Listen. Open up your eyes. Pay attention. Everybody that say they with us, they are not with us. You got to make a choice. Whatever side, I'm going to respect you. I'm going to uplift you. I know what side I'm standing on. I'm standing on my 10 toes. I cannot stand here and watch what's going on in my community and think it's all okay. It's not about the check. It's not about the money. It's about the people. Both sides of the conversation. We are for the people. With that being said, community, pull out your mirror. Look in your mirror, community. We got a conversation that we got to have. We like to say in the Black community, we got to keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 1,000. Only way we're going to fix this is we got to tell the truth. Elders. Yeah, elders. You're going to have to tell the truth. There's big pressure coming. Oh, that pressure's coming. We're not standing for it no more. We're sick and tired of being sick and tired. Khalees, they say when you do stuff over and over and you keep getting the same results, that's insanity. My community is dealing with insanity because some of these folks in my community keep doing the same stuff over and over and over and over and over, causing harm to my community. I'm not going to stand here. You got us once. You got us twice. This time, enough's enough. The call to action stands. It's going down. Reverend Brown, you got to step down. I stand on my words. We'll do our part, community. Step with us. We'll go through the motion. We'll go through the paperwork. We'll do what we got to do. I will make sure that the people's voices are heard. We will no longer be silenced in our community. We will not allow these people to come in our community and backdoor deal us out for their own egos, for their own agenda. If we're community, we community. If you're for yourself, you're for yourself, but that's not going to work with the community. My call to action is real. I stand on what I stand on. Enough's enough. I'm not down with Reverend Brown. I'm just saying I'm not down with Reverend Brown. It's okay. It's nothing personal. I'm about my people. My people have spoken. I will step for the people. It is time for a change. It is time for a change, community. We cannot keep doing the same old business and think it's okay. You can challenge me. You can try to mute me. You can take away my opportunities. I'm okay with it. But I will walk away knowing I stood for my people. Where will you be? Will you stand with me on the right side of the future? Are you going to be a historian trapped in the trauma, in the harm that took place in the past. You're going to stay there? Oh, yeah, we got to acknowledge it. It's real. It happened. But you can't move forward until you let it go. You going to sit there with the trauma? You going to pass down the next generation the curse of your trauma, your hurt? Because Black folks didn't go through what I went through. So why should they get something? Elders. Okay, elders. The young people don't deserve an opportunity because they didn't march the way you marched. They didn't have to go through what you went through. So you just envious of the young people. So you just jealous of the community because they didn't go through what you went through. So they shouldn't get nothing, huh? What if Dr. Martin Luther King felt about that, huh? He fought for a whole country. Huh? You think he couldn't be mad and say, y'all didn't go through what I went through, but he still did it for the people? Huh? Yeah. Be careful who we quoting. I don't care about who you walked with, who you marched with. If you're not moving in their principles, what's the use of saying their name? I know Dr. Martin Luther King. I read the books. I'm 43 years old all my life. That's all they talked about was Dr. Martin Luther King. I don't think Dr. Martin Luther King was showing a Black man in front of a public outing. I don't think Martin Luther King will uplift white people on the day that white folks have caused harm to Black people. I don't think Dr. Martin Luther King will undermine the chair of a task force. I don't think Dr. Martin Luther King will go rogue on his board and make statements without talking to the people. I just told y'all today, we are the BMV, the Black media voice. We will send out them revoke notices. Your hearing is impaired. Your leadership is stale. Your divisiveness is enough. You are revoked. You don't have the privilege to speak to the people anymore. Yeah. We are both sides of the conversation. And we will change the narrative. Walk with me or walk against me. It's okay. But we will keep walking. Big steppers. Where y'all at, Black man? It's a call to action, Black man. Where you at? Walk with our sisters. Walk with the brothers. Unmute your voice. Don't yell at home to your wife and tell her to be submissive and all of this stuff, but you're scared to open up your mouth in the community. Black man, let's get it together. All right, community, that's my benediction. I am over. The bishop has spoke. This Tuesday will be our next live show. We'll have some phenomenal hidden gems here on Tuesday, 7 o'clock. We will continue to uplift our Black businesses. We will continue to uplift our community leaders and organizations. We will continue to uplift the very Black people that are making positive impact in our community. We will be here on Tuesday for another hidden gem segment. This Thursday, we will have another educational Thursday as we continue to intentionally educate our community, make sure our community have the resources, the information that is needed. And next Sunday, we will have a conversation about reparations and the call to action on Reverend Brown. We need panelists. Y'all got a lot to say about me. Sign up. Make sure you got your receipts ready. Make sure you're ready to have the conversation. Don't get mad when you get pushed back. Don't come in here gluten and gloating about your 50, 60 years of service. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the condition of our people right now, should nobody be proud about the many years they put in this community. Yeah, there's good things that's happened. People are doing things. But look at the data. Black people, we are the bottom of the totem pole in every area. 30 years, huh? They want to beat on their chest, colleagues. I've been in this business for 30 years helping the community. Yeah, look at me, 40 years. And then I look at my people and I say, whoa, is that something we want to be proud of? You look at the numbers across the board, Black people are at the bottom of everything. Incarceration, the highest number. Homelessness, the highest number. Addiction, and oh my, and you're proud of that? I don't know, community. We got some work together. We got some work to do. It's not okay, community. What's going on is not okay. I am the bishop. I stand on my 10 toes. I believe in the people. I will uplift the voices of the people. I will be here standing with you. with that being said, community, another atmospheric storm is on the way. Get ready for the storm. Watch out for the volcano, because we might get the storm and the volcano at the same time, because the volcano is ready to erupt. If you didn't know, the volcano is ready to erupt. Be safe out there, community. We'll see y'all this Tuesday. Have a blessed one. Good night now from the bishop.